real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinach. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she try and grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. Why y'all tripping?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 197 of Psychotic and Iconic. Paul's here along with my co-host Nick Theories. Phil's on vacation this week. I apologize. We were not punctual. We were 5 minutes late because my son wanted to play hide and seek and I was not having that fight. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and share it. Thank you to everybody that likes, follows, and subscribes to all of our platforms. Can we confirm that they can hear us?
Yeah, we can confirm that. Confirm it.
Can you just leave a comment and let us know you can hear us, and then we can get going?
Yeah, I'm
for show.
I'm so ass at this, yo.
That's all right.
I really am.
You're working on it.
I'm trying to get better at this whole mechanic thing without Phil.
We need Phil.
It's tough, but you know we're trying to rock and roll here.
We'll be out.
Are we live? Are we good?
I think so. It says that we're live. I'm just waiting.
Are we turned?
All right. Yeah, here we are. We're good. We're good.
We're good. Everybody's thumbs up.
Yeah. And my computer is frozen. Oh my God, we're such a shitty podcast. We got to be better.
Dude, I'm not worried about it.
Oh, Tom with the share. Tom will me.
I'm not worried about it.
All right, we're good.
We're good.
All right, we're good.
Okay, so here we go.
Your volume is on. That's perfect.
No, we're back to normal.
All right, so we're back in it. Bullshit at Bartle.
Let's go.
The NCAA men's bracket Final Four: UConn versus Alabama and NC State versus Purdue. I got UNC versus North Carolina State, bro.
Yeah,
I think NC State's is gonna beat them. They're playing good ball, and DJ Burns.
Fuck with Burns, yo.
He's
a refrigerator down low.
Yo, and the thing is, he is the type of body you need when you go up against Zach Edey.
Mm-hmm.
Because he can play. He's not as tall as him, but he can play physical enough where he can bother him. At least that's what I believe. I really
bang him down low. Pause.
Yeah, I think NC State's like that Cinderella team. They've been playing good basketball.
Yeah, they have.
Awesome basketball. But
I feel like their run's going to come to an end, though, man. I don't know. I feel like 11 seed, they're going all the way to the final.
But I feel like everybody's going to bet Purdue.
Maybe. I don't know. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a good game.
I know. And then I'm also looking forward to UConn and Alabama because Alabama can score, and I want to see that against UConn. But UConn, it doesn't look like anybody can touch them. And we were talking about it in the chat.
I don't know if that's true, though, man, because, like, the first half, people can hang with them, and it's the second half adjustments that team just makes. They go on, like, such a run in the second half. The final scores are always a blowout because the second half, they're so dominant.
Well, here's the thing. The first half,
I feel like if, like, they could hang in there.
Well,
they have to hang in there in the second half.
The first half, it was like 25-23 or 23-23 because I was talking to what's his face about this. And then I look at the box score and it was 25-2 in the second half, and I'm like, oh my God.
The live line was -9.5. I'm like, oh, we got to hammer this. It was a halftime.
Yeah, well,
I'm like, you got to hammer that. I'm like 9.5 with UConn. All their fucking wins are double digits.
I know.
So it's like, all right, that's the best bet. I should have hammered it. I was dead right. The second half, they absolutely smoked the team.
Well, I wasn't paying attention to it, but I got burned last week with Northwestern, and it was the total opposite. Because when I saw that 5.5, I'm like, that line is shady.
Mm-hmm.
If I would have saw 25-23 or whatever it was, 2 points, and it was 9.5, UConn, I would have been like, okay, that would have indicated me to bet UConn because that's a big spread for a second half. So it's just like I said, it's about discipline reading those lines. But I just feel like I don't feel like anybody can mess with UConn, dude. They're too well balanced in every facet. They have size, they have length, they have speed, they have shooting, they got mid range, they got 3-point. Their defense is good. I just don't see it.
I mean, there's no way they lose, then, right? You're saying that they're a slam dunk to win it all?
Yeah, because I got to be honest. I said this probably a week or two ago. It might have been right after the Northwestern game, and I might have texted in the group like. To me, that's the best college basketball team I've ever seen. I don't know if I'm missing one, but I can't think of another team that was that dominant. I think I heard somebody say, like, or maybe it was Twitter or something, like Florida in 2007.
Oh, with Joakim Noah?
Yeah, it might have been nasty. That's what I was talking about. But this team is legit. They are beating teams. I feel like their average margin of victory is 25 points.
Mm-hmm.
So what am I supposed to think? I mean, it's just if you don't think UConn's going to win at that point, I just feel like you're going against the grain.
I like
grain.
that.
I know, but I'm being like in all seriousness. How does somebody bet against UConn right now?
You wouldn't take Bama with the points? 11.5's a lot, man.
See, all right, it was 23-23, and then it was 51-23. I mean,
they went on a 30-0 run.
that is insane.
I know. I don't know how somebody does that. And I know it was the Elite Eight. It wasn't just like the first.
Nobody
first game
scored
of the
more than
here.
60 on them in the tournament. That's That's dominance, dude. It's
but Alabama
dominance.
can score. I do think Alabama will score 60 though.
I know, and
I do think that.
I mean, they should.
I think
good.
Alabama is going to hang in there. 11.5 is a big line though, man.
I hope they do, because I just don't want to see them keep blowing teams out. But if I had to put my money up, I would say UConn versus NC State. That's who I'd like to get to the title game.
Now the total 160.5 for UConn and Bama. That seems pretty high.
Yeah, because at that
me.
point you think UConn scores, just say 70 to 80, and then they haven't given up 60. So if it's 80 to
there's 140,
80 to 50,
I could see this game being 140, 150 range, right?
But if it was 160.5, I would go over.
But if you think Bama is going to score more than 60, which I do think, I think this game, it does have potential to be over. I think Bama could put up maybe 60, 65.
I mean, they have to if they want to win.
65.
You're not going to stop UConn from scoring.
So if that's the case, if we think I think Bama's going to cover here. I do. I just think 11.5 is a pretty small line to a team that's dominating like that.
I don't know. It's the Final Four, dude. And Alabama's what, the 4 or the 3? The 4 seed?
4.
Yeah. So
they could score though. I'll take the 11.5 points with an offense like that. I just will. I'll take my chances. I think everybody's going to lean towards 11.5 of taking UConn. Personally, I think the public would probably
be a sucker bet.
Could be. It could be. I don't know.
To lay the 11.5, it could be, because like you said, all the lines have been 13, 14, 15 points.
I think this game's going to be a lot closer, man.
I mean, round one, I took them first game minus 27.5. It wasn't even close. It was not even close, dude. They were up by 20 in like the first 4 minutes, and I just started laughing.
Now Purdue is minus 8.5. Now you like NC State with the upset here. I think 8 is a weird number in basketball. I've been noticing that a lot.
It's like respect to NC State though, but NC State's playing good, and maybe they're thinking the same thing too. DJ Burns is really playing his ass off.
He's awesome. I mean, I'll take 8. I know, but like you're taking 8.5 points.
The 88.
DJ Burns.
You remember Steve, right? He's in here. We got a new fan. Steve from Pancheros.
That's my guy. What's up, man?
So that's where I'm leaning with it.
And then the total is 145.5. You got over under that.
That seems like a low total.
So I got Bama. I'm going to go Bama and overs with the total of over 160.5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not confident with the overs, but I will take that. And then I'll take NC State 8.5. And I'll take under 145.5.
So who you got in the final?
I got NC State and I got UConn. I think Bama covers. I don't think UConn's
you also think NC State beats Purdue?
I do.
I'm the same way.
I like Burns, man. He's awesome. He's a beast, dude. They rally around that kid, man.
I know.
There's something
I wonder if he has a shot to get drafted in like the second round.
I don't know. I mean, everybody wants to see Purdue and UConn because I think they are the two undisputed best teams.
And it's 1 versus 1.
But I do want to see an upset Cinderella kind of story. But I don't think NC State has a shot in hell to beat UConn though, unless Burns has 40.
Yeah. I mean, look, Zach Edey, we had 40 last game? He dropped 40, right?
He gets like 20 boards a game, bro.
I know. And you know what's crazy? If you look at all like the mainstream media, they all think that he's not going to be able to succeed in the NBA because of his style. But I don't know, man. When you're dominant like that, I mean, look, what's his face was dominant too. Jaleel Okafor, he was awesome.
No, you know who was dominant? You liked a lot. You liked Filipowski, and he got absolutely cooked by.
I put
Burns.
The kiss of fucking death on him.
Burns hurt that kid's draft stock.
Yeah,
in my opinion,
he made him look like a punk.
If DJ Burns is doing that to you, what's Anthony Davis and them boys going to do to you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, Tom. Zach Edey he's. I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know. He's a senior. He spent 4 years at Purdue. Main scouts are saying, his coach came out. Look, I know what is he supposed to say, but the coach came out and said Zach Edey can succeed in the NBA, and he's supposed to say that. I get it, but my thing is like when you're dropping 40 like that, it's just hard because the NBA is so difficult as a big man. Because as a big man, you need to be well-rounded now.
You got to shoot threes.
You got to be a passer. You got to bring the ball up. When you have Joker and you have Embiid, two two big men like that are unstoppable. Anthony Davis this year. When you have that, it's just, what are you supposed to do?
The game changes.
Like it's not. It's just not what it is. He can't stand in the paint unless they get rid of defensive. Unless they get rid of the 3-second rule, then it could work because now he can clog the lane. And he can alter shots when you get in the paint. Then he might have a place if they do eliminate that, which I know they were thinking about it. But I don't know. I do like him though. Like I don't think he's trash, and I liked what he said after the post game. In the post game preference.
So my guess is that Tom is rolling with Purdue. He's a Zach Edey fan.
Yeah, he's a Zach Edey guy.
Yeah.
Well, he just said he thinks he's rolling with Purdue and he likes Zach Edey. So
that's fair. I mean, look, I just like the upset. I want to go with an upset. I feel like somebody's due for an upset.
I will say this though, if UConn gets a piece of NC State, UConn they might smoke them.
Yeah, I don't want to
really, really smoke.
I actually want to see a good final game. I don't want to see a blowout.
Let's go over to the women's NBA. Caitlin Clark leads Iowa past LSU to get to the Final Four. What do you think about that? That had 12 million viewers.
She's fucking amazing. She's
41.
I mean,
9 of 20. You
got to understand it from this perspective too. Like the whole pressure on her and everything, and then for her to perform the way she did, you gotta give credit where credit is due, bro. You know what I mean?
She was. She was
lighting it up. Yeah, it was like
it's funny.
She was kind of like toying with them, bro. She was taking like 30-foot jumpers. And I'm like, whoa. She was like wild disrespectful. Those shots were disrespectful. They were. But you know what? She could do that because that's the kind of skill set she has. She can
she's a dude.
She can make you look like shit. And that's exactly what she did, man. She was on a mission, dude. You got to tip your cap to her, man. I'm so happy that they won too, because like LSU, they just rubbed me the wrong way. Like
I think they rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, but it's
I like
hard.
Her spirit though.
Look, I have no problem with shit talking.
I like the competitiveness.
I do it too. I have a problem with last year when LSU won. They're waving the finger. You can't see me.
Yeah.
They're ha-haing. You're getting on the cover of magazines. Everything is good. You're famous. You make money. Shaq saying you're the best athlete to ever come out of LSU when Shaq went to LSU. Then this year, after you win and you want to be almighty and powerful. But this year, when you lose and get your ass cracked by a 6-foot white girl, it sets in the depression, the victim.
Yeah.
You know, she's being sexualized. Okay. Well, when your ass is all over Instagram and you're taking pictures, a selfie, and you're pushing your tits so that half your nipple's showing, what do you expect? Then it's like, oh, I haven't been happy since I won that title last year. And it's like, well, when you beat UCLA in the Sweet 16, you and Flage in the fucking interview were talking about it ain't her fault. Get out your feelings. Get a bag. You're waving your finger. You rap and you hoop. That was before the game, though. Then after your ass gets cracked by Caitlin Clark, you haven't been happy since. You're depressed. The mental health. It was the same thing as Ja, who went into a strip club, pulled out a gun, and then he needed to find himself.
You know what's funny about that?
It's sad.
Is that the rise that you got out of that used to be me. That shit does not, it does not even faze me anymore, because I think I just came to the realization that I think a lot of people are full of shit. And I can see right past them. So for me to give them the energy, it's just not worth it for me, bro.
You know why though?
I think I got to that point where I'm like, yo, I see what's going on. I think it's corny. I think it's nasty behavior. But if you guys move like that, that's your reputation. It ain't mine.
You know why I hate it? Because I hate that because it is so like that interview with Angel Reese and those players, that was so indicative of what society is today.
Of course. Of course.
Everybody's a victim. And it's like, it doesn't work both ways.
Yeah.
It does not work both ways. And for you to get up there and do that, and it's like, that was so soft.
Yeah, of course.
That was so soft. When Caitlin Clark last year lost in the final, she went out with class. She defended Angel Reese, saying she talked shit too. It's all part of the game. It's competing, blah, blah, blah. And then this year, it's like I said, you got famous from shit talk. Because honestly, I don't even think Angel Reese is all that good.
Nah, that's cat.
No, it's not.
She's good, bro.
Bro,
she's good. She's not Caitlin Clark.
I don't think she's all that.
I don't think she's Caitlin Clark.
She just don't do it for me.
I don't think she's generational, but I think she's good. I think she's a good ball player. Absolutely. She's
good, but I think she got more famous off of that taunt that she did to Caitlin Clark than she did for her play of basketball.
Of course, because you can, bro.
But that's what I'm saying.
I know.
The hype around Angel
right.
Reese, you would think Angel Reese is as good as Caitlin Clark the way the hype is surrounding her.
Oh, I know.
Shaq saying she's the best athlete to ever come out of LSU. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he was wilding for that. I mean, you got Joey B.
Shaq is a top 5,
Jamar
arguable.
Chase.
Shaq is a top 5
Odell
player.
I mean,
Joe Burrow.
That's what. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. But I'm just saying,
saying there's so many athletes that came out of LSU. You cannot say that.
But that
crazy.
stuff makes me so mad because there's no need for it. And then I hate the victim mentality stuff. I cannot stand that.
I know, but that's today's society, man. That's why I honestly, bro, I don't even put like any energy into that shit because to me it's just so weak. It was
a weak move.
I think it's corny. It's just like, yo, just take your L with grace, you know. And
It happens.
people just can't face the music because of the cell phones, you know.
Yeah.
The highs, when the highs are high, they're high, bro. But when the lows are low, they're really low. And then that's how society is.
But I get it. And here's the thing, though. And like, I know she did mention too about like social media, and I understand she was getting death threats, which is, you know, that, like I said, that's just ridiculous. You shouldn't be getting death threats over playing a basketball or a football game or any sporting event.
Nobody should.
But you understand this as well as I do. How many, we could bring up our Instagram right now, this page, the Psychotic and Iconic. How many DMs do we have? You're a faggot. You're a racist. You're a piece of shit. Your dick is small.
Yeah.
You can't do this. You can't do that. I mean, how many DMs do we have of people just blasting us in comments? Like, I just got into a war for 12 hours the other day over Carson Palmer.
Yeah, I know. It'd be like that. Really,
like, I was being called a mindless idiot. You know, I was being made fun of, saying this, that, and the third. And it's just like, you know what I mean? It comes with the territory.
What's your best approach to that, though? I mean, mine's pretty simple.
My best approach is
I honestly feed into it because I love it. I
Me
think
too.
It's funny
I think it's funny because
here's my thing. This is my thing. Like, it's like this dude, like whoever's commenting, doesn't even know me personally, right? But is going to attack my character out of just because of my take, right?
Mm-hmm.
A random take. It could be like of a player like Kyle Pitts, right? These guys will go to war for Kyle Pitts, and they'll fucking trash me on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even know me personally, but I find it fascinating that somebody actually really would say that about somebody they don't even know. So to me, it's like, I don't even care about it because it's like, damn, I just controlled your life for that quick 10 seconds for you to comment on something that I did. And you don't even know me. And I think we're states away, bro. And you're hating on me. I think it's cool.
And
I think
the other part that cracks me up is like when the people that go in there, for instance, that guy Chuck that was going crazy on me about Carson Palmer because I said no good quarterbacks come out of USC. And he went to Carson Palmer. And at the time, I forgot about Carson Palmer because Carson Palmer was a mid quarterback.
No, well, we said Carson Palmer on the pod.
But my thing is going back to it, I was laughing because you just said this for clicks. And it's like, no, I didn't. And then I started hitting him with stats. And I'm like, brother, I'm not saying it for clicks. I'm telling you, if you told me, and I could tell you what like I put this out to the audience. If Caleb Williams comes into the NFL and his career goes identical to Carson Palmer, is that a success or is that a failure? It's an absolute failure. If Caleb Williams comes out of USC and his ceiling is Carson Palmer, yes, he failed as an NFL quarterback. Carson Palmer was a mid-level quarterback. He has one playoff win that he got with Bruce Arians in the latter part of his career. He was awful in Oakland with a record of 8-15. And yeah, he had a few good seasons with the Bengals, but he never won a playoff game. So why like for somebody to say that that's a good career is just mind-blowing to me.
I don't think Carson Palmer had a bad career, though. I think he had a decent career. But
he was a mid-level quarterback.
But if you're talking about the ceiling of Caleb Williams, of where he's drafted, what he's compared to, who he's compared to, Mahomes, and then yeah, of course, then the Carson Palmer ceiling is ridiculous.
That's what I was saying.
But Carson Palmer overall was an actually solid quarterback. I think he was a mid-tier guy.
Here's the thing, though. If Carson Palmer never came back with Bruce Arians in Arizona, nobody would remember him of being good.
I don't know about that. I thought he had some pretty good years in Cincy.
He did from 2003 to 2010.
They had what's his name? Chris Henry, Ocho Cinco, and they had Manzada. Yeah.
But here's the thing. The thing is that
rest in peace, Chris Henry. Pass.
I know. But the other part of that is, dude, is that he had injuries there too. Like he tore his ACL.
Yeah, that happens.
And it happens, and that's not his fault. But he like abruptly retired, came back, retired, went to Oakland. He was garbage in Oakland. He was garbage. So it's like I didn't understand where it came in, where it was like these people defend the weirdest players.
They really do it.
And look, I know
it, though. It's fun.
I know Marvin Lewis was his head coach, but Marvin Lewis did all right with Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton never won a playoff game, but he was 10-6. He went to the playoffs 2 or 3 times. So it's like it's hard for me because everybody has like a different standard and opinion on how they judge quarterbacks. But I didn't mean to make this a thing about Carson Palmer. I was just going back to
it's just a comparison.
People
of what
go
you're
crazy on the internet. Like I said, they send all those hateful things, and it's just like,
so what?
It is what it is.
It comes to territory, though, man. If you put yourself out there, you gotta expect a backlash when it comes time. You know what I mean? Because you are gonna fall, right? It's like when we put out a reel that hits, right? Yeah, it hits. Then we put out a reel that doesn't, and we look like fucking assholes when the Chiefs lose to the Broncos. And I said the Chiefs was a fucking lock, but then when they're like double-digit favorites and they lose to the Broncos, that happened. Check the history of our Instagram. It really happened, and people would just come back and they laugh at us and they humiliate us. But that just comes part of the territory, dude. If you put yourself out there, you're opening yourself up for failure, dude. And that happens, dude. Like I don't mind it. Like to me, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. But like I mastered that. You know what I mean?
Not even
it's just
so
like,
much, bro. Do you understand what our friends do to us? I'm getting ready to go on stage in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know. It's a shame.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It is.
Let's go over to the Phillies. They started the season 2-3. Bryce hit 3 home runs last night, including a grand slam. 1 week into the season. What do you think so far about the Phillies? Because for me, we're so back.
We're so back. I don't know about that.
We're blowing leads. We have glimpses of greatness. We have glimpses of absolute trash. You put the hex on them when you bet them in the parlay your week 1. You got to stay away.
Yeah, Castellanos just got caught in the rundown too, so that's really great. If live.
What inning is it? Because I got under 1 run in the first inning.
You won that already. It's 0-0. So it's the end of the second. Castellanos just got he's got caught in the rundown. So far in the first week, I gotta be honest with you, man, I'm wildly disappointed.
Tom, I was being sarcastic.
I think I'm wildly disappointed. I feel like our stars are not showing up. I know Bryce, I didn't watch last night's game. I was at the Sixers game, but Bryce did have a really monster night. But outside of that, he's been dog shit himself. I felt like he's cared more about what his cleats look like than what his performance has been.
Oh, don't do that.
I'm just saying that's the first 4 games. It looked like that. I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
He had to get himself together.
I know. I get it. But the Bryce that people saw last night, that's the Bryce that you pay somebody. So $300 million. If you let a fucking fastball go down the middle on with 2 strikes on
it happens.
It doesn't happen though, because $300 million. You know how much money that is?
You gotta be perfect,
bro. $300 million. You should be up there fucking dominating. Do you know how much money that is?
Do you make good money?
Do you know how much money that is? $300 million. Say that to yourself again. $300 million.
Do you make good money?
I think these fucking people out here are brainwashed to think like, oh, he's worth it. He's worth it. Bro, $300 million. Do you know how much money that fucking is?
You're not.
Bro, you go up to the plate, you should be consistently swinging at least. Bro,
he does.
Bro, Castellanos makes $25 million a year, and he swings at fucking pitches that are in the dirt consistently. And he has the worst at-bats in the lineup, and he makes $25 million a year. Cause $25 million a year. If I performed the way he does for the Phillies at my job, I would have been fucking canned in the first month. That is serious. I'm serious. I would have been benched. I would have been fucking fired. It's just a fact, bro. It's just there's no accountability on this fucking team. There isn't now, bro. There isn't, because he should not be starting. He hasn't done shit since last year, bro. He got on that hot streak, and he hasn't done a fucking thing since. What the fuck has he been doing, dude? Well, nothing. You make too much money to be doing this bullshit.
But Nick, it's a slump. It's 5 games.
I don't care, bro, because you had all offseason to fix these changes, and he didn't do it.
No, I agree.
Same player.
I agree.
Shit, man.
But last year, he had a good year last year.
He had a decent year. He had a better year.
Yeah.
He had a better year because his first year was a fucking disaster.
But Nick
he's been a total bust. Call it what it is.
He is, but he is a streaky guy.
I don't care. We need consistency.
I
That's why we
understand that,
lost.
but
we lost in the playoffs because we're not consistent.
I know that.
Strikeout. Everybody, we had stars along this lineup.
So let me ask you a question.
And everybody's striking out.
So
what
would you trade the whole lineup?
I don't see the Braves striking out.
Would you trade Bryce? First of all, we beat the Braves 2 years in a row.
I understand that.
Would you rather be the Braves or would you rather be the Phillies?
Look. The Phillies have the Braves number, but the Braves have the better roster overall.
It doesn't matter.
When I watch the Braves, I don't see their 6-hitter watching a fucking fastball go down the middle, or I don't see their 6-hitter fucking taking the first pitch in the dirt and swinging. I never see it.
I know that.
They are very disciplined at the plate.
They're
very consistent, and that is something the Phillies lack, and that really pisses me off.
It's one player. Bryce Harper does not lack plate consistency. Trey Turner does not. Both of them are aggressive hitters.
Yeah, no, I know, but
you can't get mad at Casty because Casty is. Look, I've said this all the time. I wouldn't throw him a strike. You could throw him when he's up there. He looks like he's guessing at the plate. He looks like he has no feel for the pitch that's coming. And I get that. But here's the thing: Ryan Howard was similar. How many strikeouts did Ryan Howard have? Now he offset it with 50 homers. But the thing is with Casty is that he's just He is what he is. There's no fixing that. It's just he doesn't have a good eye.
You know what you do? You know how do you fix that? You bench his ass. You send a message. You don't. The problem is that players are playing. They're not playing based on their performance. They're playing based on their pay. And I disagree with that. I really fucking wholeheartedly disagree with that because it's funny how the young kids stop. Boom. They don't have big contracts. Marsh, does he have a big contract? No. But guess what? They play their fucking tails off night in and night out. Do they make mistakes? Absolutely. But you know what, man? They are consistent ball players for our team.
Can we talk about somebody that should be an everyday starter?
I could tell you somebody who shouldn't be, and that's Rojas. I don't know why the fuck he's in our lineup.
Rojas is
he's a great defensive guy, but he has no business being in an MLB lineup. I'm sorry.
I know. He really can play the field, but he can't hit for shit. But I'll tell you, who should be an everyday starter? Brandon Marsh.
I love him. I think he should be our center fielder.
Left fielder, right fielder. I don't care where you put him.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with him being an everyday starter.
He's off to a good start this year.
He's batting 333.
He's got 2 home runs, a couple RBIs. I don't know why he's not an everyday player. I really don't. Like, to me, he's a bright spot.
Yeah.
And I understand what you're saying with Casty, and it's frustrating. But as far as Bryce goes, you shouldn't throw dirt on Bryce.
I didn't throw dirt on him, but the first 4 games he looked pathetic. He did. I'm just you gotta call what it is. I know.
You know that.
I know, but the problem is that we always had a narrative that we start the season slow, and what do? We start the season slow. Like, come on, bro.
Well,
we have paid these ball players way too much money to be going 2-3.
But
we shouldn't be losing to the Reds.
But Bryce Harper didn't let up all those runs in that first game. We were hanging in there. It's the fact our problem is we don't have a fucking bullpen.
I agree.
And we talked about Thomas. We all said Trevor Bauer. Look, man, I get it. And in today's world, it's hard to sign somebody like that, even though he was acquitted. It's hard because of PR issues, and everybody's going to go crazy about that because how do I say it without being disrespectful? I'm trying to watch my words here, but it's like, what I mean? The left.
Just say it. Fuck it.
Yeah. The
left.
The left. It is what it is. They will go crazy. And you know what I mean? And when you got pride nights and trans nights and fucking cut your dick off nights and inject your titty nights, when you have all that at games, it's hard to sign somebody like that. But why in the world are we not signing him? We need arms. We need a legit closer, dude. And we talked about this before the game.
Yeah.
We both like Alvarado. When Alvarado's on, he's on. But you saw in game 1, he has a tendency. When he's wild, he's nowhere near the plate. And that's not sustainable, especially over 162 games. It's just not, dude. It's not. It's going to be a long season. We have the bats. It's just like you need pitching.
The thing is though, we have the bats, but do we have the bats? Because I've always been conflicted with this roster. Like, I like the way we're built, but I kind of don't. Like, I think we have holes in our lineup that shouldn't be holes. And I think when it comes playoff time, that's going to scare me again. We're going to have the same results because there's nothing changed from last year.
And I will say this too
on our lineup.
I don't know how we were ranked number 1 bullpen, but I will say this too. The other issue is that your bullpen is more important now than ever. And you know why? And it's because the managers don't let the pitchers pitch past 6 innings unless you're throwing a gem.
Right.
And sometimes Even if you're throwing a gem, they take you out because analytically, the third time you see the lineup.
Well,
which is dumb in its own sense, because if I have my $30 million a year pitcher up there and he's dealing, I'm trusting him over a relief guy. Well, I just am. I simply am. I'm trusting Zach Wheeler and what I pay him to do to get through that lineup.
Somebody on the Phillies organization needs to show me the analytics of why the hell Rojas has continued to get a bat. I show me the analytics. You guys play the analytics card. Show me the analytics as to why he is getting these many at bats. He's batting fucking zero. He struggled last year. He's batted, zero. Bro, he batted below 100 in the postseason. Like, of course, our bullpen is everything. If our bullpen fucking collapses, we have innings in our lineup where we're not going to hit anything. We're going 1, 2, 3 because that's just what it is, right? We don't have like a consistent lineup. I hate to say that. Castellanos and Rojas, they are two holes.
Castellanos, you have no idea what you're getting.
And Merrifield, he's all right. He's nothing crazy. Solid 8 hitter maybe.
The problem with Castellanos is I almost with him. I assume I'm like it's gotten to the point where I kind of like assume it's an out, and it's like if he gets a hit, I'm wow, awesome. But that's how it is because he's so undisciplined. That it's unbelievable. Like in that Diamondback series, he was atrocious. After you had a great series, the series before that, and you're at second base putting up your ring finger and all that. And it's just like, it's so difficult to watch.
I mean, bro, he batted literally under 100 in the postseason. Like, and then you start him every game this year and he's batting 0. You think he's getting better? No, I don't think so.
What do you think about Connor Brogdon?
I think he's garbage. I don't think he should be in the, and I really do. I don't think Connor Brogdon should be in the MLB. I really think he should be designated for AAA or AA. He's so bad. He used to throw upper 90s in the past, and now he's throwing what 92, 93 fastball. They're gonna fucking crush him every time. He lost his fastball. Once you lose that, you're done because he doesn't have any other stuff that can make up for it.
I don't know. Jamie Moyer was topping out at like 83.
Well, he was different. Well, no, that was a different man.
Jamie Moyer.
You understand me, man? Jamie Moyer, man. That's a grown man right there. That's my idol right there.
Don't you have his jersey?
What?
Don't you have a Jamie Moyer jersey?
I got his autograph.
That's what it is.
I met him. He's a great guy. Great guy. I looked up to that guy, man, because I just
if I knew somebody that had a piece of Jamie Moyer memorabilia, I swear to God, it's you. That's the most Nick shit ever.
I love him, dude. I thought he was the most.
What do you have his autograph for?
It was a Phillies hat.
That's what it is, dude. A Jamie Moyer autograph.
I met him. He was a great guy, man.
That's so legendary,
dude. He was great, man. I thought like, but the thing with him is what made him successful was that he picked his spots. He was able to paint the corners. He was
a professional pitcher.
He was able to confuse the hitter. Like he wasn't so predictable. That's what made him last in the league. Like, but Connor Brogdon and Jamie Moyer, they're not even in the same fucking sentence. Brogdon should not be in the MLB, period. End of story. He's not an MLB pitcher. He's not.
Where do you even turn from there?
Well, we're going to have to do something and at the deadline. We're going to have to get a couple arms because what we have now is not sustainable. I'll be honest with you. I am not really like too thrilled about
I'd rather have Jose Mesa right now at this age too. Because look, I have no confidence when the bullpen comes in.
I'm always going to be optimistic when it comes to the Phillies because it's such a long season. Like I'm not trying to overreact. But like this season just gives me weird vibes to the point where like I'm starting to feel like it's going to be a big regression season. And I don't know why I feel that, but like it just gives me vibes of like we were ranked number 1 bullpen.
I don't know. I just
feel like this whole narrative that we've been this good is just I don't know. I feel like there's a regression here. Like this season is a little bit of a regression.
Do you think it's overreaction Wednesday?
It could be overreaction, and I hope I am. I hope I'm so wrong, dude. I really do. But I've been saying it the last couple. Like I've been watching this team, and they have no discipline, dude. It's really bad, bro. Their base running sucks.
It's like hairspray.
It just sucks. It does smell like hairspray. What is that?
Smells like rave.
It does. It smells like rave.
Yeah, is Alyssa doing her hair?
My pussy's up.
So I don't even know. You just silenced me there. Go off, sis. Who was it that you were just going off on?
Connor Brogdon. He's just not a starter, dude. I'm sorry. He's not an MLB pitcher in general. He's just not a reliever. He's nothing. He should never be on the roster.
When he comes in, do you have any faith in him?
No, I don't have any faith, period. I don't.
What do you have more faith in, your parlay or Connor Brogdon with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth? The last leg of your parlay, or Connor Brogdon with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth?
Truthfully, Brogdon.
That's crazy.
It is crazy, bro. I got to be honest with you. I've seen the craziest shit. I've lost on some funky shit, and I've lost on some funky shit all year long, bro. It has been a long, continuous trend. It's been confusing. It's not even difficult. It's so confusing. It's just like I'm placing some fucking great bets. I'm winning them, and then literally the last 10 seconds of the bet, I lose. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. You never seen a team that had 10.5 points to cover lose in double overtime.
That was a funny one.
I had 10.5 points.
That was NC State in
Oregon. Yeah. I had 10.5 points in double overtime. Mind you, they only played 5 fucking minutes, right? How the fuck do you lose by 13 in 5 minutes? When you went to double overtime, you should be neck and neck the whole time.
Well, it's all about how you land on the mat.
Yeah, I know. Oh, okay.
That was awesome, dude.
That would piss me off because he says some stupid shit that just gets me fucking fired up. He does. He just says some cryptic shit. And I'm talking about Papa Broads. He just says some cryptic shit all the time in the fucking group chats. It fucking irritates me. It gets me fired up. And like, yeah, dude, there's going to be one day that he's just really going to rub me the wrong way and it's not going to go well for him. I'm telling you right now. I don't give a rat's ass.
Oh, okay.
I don't give a rat's donkey's ass crack. That's how I'm bringing the energy on P&I fucking on April 3rd. 2024.
You know who else doesn't give a rat's ass? Rashee Rice.
That's for sure. He
Bro went racing down the speedway, got in a car accident, got out of the car, and walked off the highway like nothing happened. And it's not funny to the people that got in the accident. But I got to tell you, what is this? And I keep saying this. These athletes should be paid by the game for this behavior to stop. You can't behave like this. You crashed your Corvette. You got out of the car and walked off the highway.
Let me ask you a question. Let's start this segment. Let me ask you a question. And I'll ask the audience a question too. You ever see this behavior from a businessman or an accountant, a lawyer, just any fucking regular occupation? Do you ever see this type of behavior?
Mm-mm.
Isn't it amazing?
Or maybe it doesn't make
how the people that I have just said, they actually contribute to society. They actually do something. Their occupation is actually beneficial to somebody else's life. These guys play fucking football for fucking millions of dollars. The shit that people would do for the money that these people make is absolutely insane. And the shit that they do to take advantage of it makes me fucking sick.
Keyshawn Johnson.
Bro, I'm sorry. A Lamborghini. I'll never see a Lamborghini that in my life. And I'm a pretty fucking successful dude at what I do.
You could be an escort and get a Lamborghini.
Like I said, I'm pretty successful at what I do, and I'll never be able to afford a Lamborghini in my entire life. And that makes me so damn sick that somebody was so careless to drive recklessly like that, smash into 4 other cars, walk off the scene like, who gives a fuck? In your Lamborghini. You make so much money that you have a Lamborghini, but yet you'll do stupid, reckless shit like that. How the fuck do you afford something like that? How is somebody like that able to afford good shit like that? That doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't. No, I'm fucking dead serious. Like a Lamborghini, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I'm driving a fucking Honda.
I said a Corvette. I'm sorry. It was a Lamborghini,
it's just crazy to me, dude, that these people just make all this money and they take advantage of this shit. And it makes me sick.
You know what's wild?
Does.
The thing is about it, dude, is just like, look, everybody does reckless shit, but Keyshawn Johnson said this too. Look at Henry Ruggs 2 years ago. I mean, like, how much more in your face do you need it to be? Like, that's just not a good decision.
I don't get it, man.
And not for nothing.
He lost his career. He lost his fucking entire life.
He went from living
in
a 20,000 foot square house in Las Vegas to living in a cell. And the thing with Rashee Rice is, bro, you just won the Super Bowl as the #1 wide receiver with a guy as your quarterback that is like on the trajectory to be better than Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Like,
you should take
and you're the
advantage
number
of that.
one wide receiver where the tight end that is, people are already saying is better than Gronk. You are already going ahead of him in terms of like Travis Kelce is closer to the end than he is the beginning.
Sure.
You're a budding star and you do something foolish like that after a Super Bowl win. How stupid are you, dude? How entitled are you where you just have no regard
what I'm saying, bro.
for everybody else around you?
That's what I'm saying. That's what makes me so mad.
It's shameful, dude.
But that's what makes me so mad. It's like, dude, you get like these players, they have everything, bro. Like you play a fucking sport. That's your job, bro. Like you don't have deadlines. You don't have customers up your ass. You don't have fucking clients up your ass. You play a sport.
You have to work out.
The only thing you got to do is work on your craft, what you put in your body day in and day out, and you have millions of dollars. You have millions of resources. You got resources that people would dream of, and you do fucking stupid shit like this. That makes me sick, man. That's the type of shit that really pisses me off. You know what I mean? Like the whole fucking Angel Reese shit, like fuck all that. It's this type of shit that really like irritates me because it's like, bro, you have the world in the palm of your hands and you absolutely just let it slip away by being a dumb ass, by being a fucking absolute jackass on the road. For what reason, bro? What did you get out of that? You crashed your fucking expensive ass car and you walked away from the scene. I mean, like, what?
Do you think that any
what the fuck are we doing?
Do you think this will have any? Do you think this will cause any issues with the Chiefs?
It should, because if I'm the fucking owner, I'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing, bro? What are you doing?"
He did have red flags coming out of college. That's why he character issues. That's why he dropped to the second or third round. But my thing is I feel like
what do you do?
There is a team.
What's a disciplinary? What do you do?
I guess maybe suspend them or something like that. But here's the thing, Andy Reid is equipped to handle that.
Yeah, of course. He's dealt with T.O. He's dealt with all the
and his personal life.
Unfortunately,
his son. I mean, before the playoff game last year or 2 years ago. So, fortunately, but unfortunately, Rashee Rice has Andy Reid. But it's just like, how stupid are you, man? Just like grow up. And not for nothing, I think it's only going to get worse with that shit because of NIL. Because now you're giving all that money to younger kids. Bro, did you see Shador?
I've always said that.
Did you see Shador?
Bro, how many times I want to, like, when this topic always comes up, I always say it. You give a 21-year-old kid millions of dollars, bro, they're going to act out of character. They ain't going to be no fucking respectful adult. They're not. It's just not happening, bro. We were 21, Mike. We were assholes at 21. We were going to bars.
I'm an asshole at 32.
We were broke as hell and we were assholes. Could you imagine if we had money? We would be the biggest scumbags on the fucking earth, bro. And it wasn't just because that's because of our character. That's just because you gave a kid money. That's just what the result's going to be. Nine times out of 10. Bro, not everybody's going to be a Brady. Not everybody's going to be a Burrow. Not everybody's going to be a stand-up guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not everybody's going to be like a Jalen Hurts who's not going to do shit like that. Like, not everybody has that character. But when you give kids millions of dollars, this is what I'm expecting. This is the result you're going to get. And it's only going to get worse, like you said, because when they're getting paid all this money, bro, I mean, think about it. I was taking a train working for $7.25 to get to fucking school. These kids are getting paid to play fucking college football, and their test scores, they don't mean shit, bro. In
2011 or 2012, when we moved down the shore for the summer, I went down there with $100. That was it. And then we got Jobs bar back, and we were getting stiffed left and right.
$100, bro.
$100. I moved down the shore. I was 19 years old.
$100 today gets you a haircut and toilet paper.
Yeah.
That is. I'm dead serious.
I mean, we lived all summer eating dollar slices of pizza.
Yeah, bro.
And drinking beer or whatever. But that's what we did. You couldn't even do that now. Haircuts and toilet paper.
I'm dead serious. $100 it just comes and goes now. But it's just
how much it cost you for that cheesesteak last night?
So oh my God. Speaking of cheesesteaks, John's roast pork cheesesteak is the best cheesesteak in
Did you try John's pork?
Nah, I didn't try. Nah, I was too full from that. That cheesesteak, bro. That shit is the best fucking cheesesteak in the fucking city, bro. John's. I don't. This is not a paid partnership here. This is just real talk. That fucking cheesesteak slapped the fuck out of my face. That took my soul, brother. That's the best cheesesteak in the city. I swear to God. It doesn't even.
I've never had it,
bro. We got to go there one time. We got to go out there, go get lifted, go get a cheesesteak, bro, and we would have the best 30 minutes of our lives, dude. It is the best fucking sandwich you'll ever have, bro. I'm not even kidding, dude. I got American wit. Oh boy,
you got American
wit. You heard me. What do you get? Provolone?
You get whiz or provolone?
Whiz. They don't have whiz.
Oh, then you get provolone.
You want to know why they don't have whiz?
Oh, because it's not a real.
It's not real cheese. That's
bro. So corny. That's a very gay statement.
Guess what? American wit. I'm telling you, bro.
Provolone wit. You got to get provolone. American cheese is. I don't rock with American.
What's wrong with that?
I can do Cooper. Cooper Sharp is banging.
Cooper's all right,
but I don't know. It's just something about it.
But I'm telling you right now, bro. That is we have to go. Anybody listen to this podcast right now, you have to go to John's roast.
Bro, you're hyping them up the way E used to hype up City Cuts.
Mike, I took one bite of this sandwich. I was fucking mesmerized, bro. I was sitting there at one point. I was eating my sandwich and I was just shaking my head, and I unwillingly, I was just shaking my head because I was just biting it. I was just chewing. Alyssa's like, wow, you are shaking your head. You're talking to yourself right now. And I'm like, you bet your ass I am. This fucking cheesesteak is the greatest thing I've ever had in my life.
The Parmesan Reggiano is the best.
Oh my God, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Go to John's.
I will.
Go there. I promise you. I promise you we will circle back on this topic once you go to John's.
I will.
You will say, holy shit, Nick, you ain't fucking capping.
We'll say. I don't think you cap.
I don't bullshit. I love gyms. They blow gyms out of the fucking water. By the way, Jim is coming back. May.
Really?
Yep.
I don't want to talk about Jim anymore. I want to talk about Josh, as in Josh Allen on the Bills.
Oh, transition king. I like that.
A little bit. So Stefon Diggs was traded to the Texans today for a 2025 second-round pick. Texans got Diggs, a 2024 sixth, and a 2025 fifth. Who do you think won this trade?
I think right now the Texans won this trade, but I think next year the Bills are going to win.
Well, the Bills can get off. I mean, the Texans can get off of Diggs for nothing next year. It looks
like the Texans have won this deal because they get Stefon Diggs, they get the household name. I get that. I got to be honest with you, man. I'm surprised the Bills got a second round pick for Diggs.
You want to know what else?
You know
what else I got to say though? I got to be very honest. I would have serious reservation about bringing Stefon Diggs into a locker room with that young of a team, because I feel like when he left Minnesota, it was bullshit.
I think DeMeco Ryans has got a good culture though, bro.
I understand that, but Sean McDermott had a good culture too.
Yeah. Yes and no. Arguably, you could argue that.
I mean, look, it didn't really blow up until he started yelling at Josh on the sidelines, but we knew this was coming.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
I'm happy for Josh Allen now.
You're happy for Josh Allen losing a top 7-8 wide receiver?
It's not even that. I just think that there's a lot of pressure to go to him. And I feel like that can really fuck up your game a little bit. And now that you don't have the constant pressure of, oh shit, I gotta get Diggs the ball, I think that he can play a little bit more freely and confidently.
With Curtis Samuel?
Well, look, bro, I think the Bills definitely have a plan. I don't think the Bills are going to go in here without a wide receiver. I think they're going to get one in the draft. I think the Bills are going to get one in the draft. They have Kincaid. I think Kincaid's a fantastic player.
Yeah, but I
know Curtis Samuel. I think Curtis Samuel is he could be a solid.
He could be the John Ross for them.
Well, no, he's going to be the slot receiver.
He's good. Curtis Samuel's good. I mean, but he ain't changing life.
I like Shakir. I like that kid they have. But I think they're going to get somebody in the draft. And who knows?
Their pick is too low for them to get that.
But how do you know they're not looking into T. Higgins?
They can't. They don't have the money because Josh Allen's contract at the books.
They can figure it out. They'll figure it out.
I don't know because he wants to get paid.
You'll figure it out.
Paid.
Well, look, I just think that Josh Allen's gonna be a lot better off, bro. I just think that in the end, absolutely, bro. I think the headache is gone. He is like that. He's the whole fucking squad.
We're about to find out.
We are. We're about to find out. He's been the whole squad, bro.
So do you think Josh Allen can win a Super Bowl this year?
I don't think he can win a Super Bowl.
Because he's not like that.
Well, no, it's because look, I'm laughing because you're trying to get me to say something that I don't want to say, and I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
Josh Allen can definitely win a Super Bowl, but the problem is that when you're going against teams that are loaded in the AFC that you got to compete against, and you don't have the proper arsenal to compete with.
You mean like 15?
Right? Who's 15?
Patty.
Well, I mean, Patty's got Kelsey. He's got Rice. Well, he had Rice. He had weapons. He had what?
He got Kincaid.
Look, Patty's a different.
And he's got James Cook.
I understand that, Mike. I understand that. See, you're laughing because you want Josh Allen to fail because you think Josh Allen stinks.
No,
I
never
think
said that.
You're actually a fool for that.
No,
I think you give him less credit than he actually deserves. And I think
I give him proper credit.
What
I give him proper credit.
How?
Because you're about to find out what he's made of this year.
If we know what Josh Allen's made of, though, man, like we know what Josh Allen's made of. You questioning Josh Allen, that's crazy to me. Bro.
I don't know.
Josh Allen.
I feel like if I didn't know Josh Allen,
he's been consistently putting up 40 touchdowns the last 3-4 years. What do you want to do?
I would like him to not have 70 turnovers.
With who? Stefon Diggs? The guy that actually fucking dropped the ball.
We're not doing this.
In the playoffs. He did.
Oh my God.
He did. He dropped the ball in the playoffs.
Oh my God.
Right in his hands.
You're insane.
Right in his hands.
Right in his hands.
Right. It was. I know.
We talked about it. I know.
He got criticized for it. If he catches that, it's a different game.
So what do you think the trade means for the Bills then?
I think it turns.
The headache's gone.
The headache's gone. You got rid of the bullshit. You can start. You can actually build a different.
What were they? Were they 10-7 last year?
I think Von Miller's got to go too. It sucks to say because they went all in.
Were they 10-7 last year? Right? They finished 10-7. Yeah. Do you think that they can still be 10-7? I'm being serious. I'm not even trying to be funny. Do you think that they could have that same record, or do you think they come back? Because I got to be honest, the Dolphins, I know they gave Tua a big contract. The Dolphins are going to be legit. I don't think the Bills are going to be legit. Like, I think right now on paper, the Bills are the third best team in the division. I'm dead serious. I think the Jets and Miami are ahead of them.
What makes the Jets so good?
They just added Hassan Reddick. They got a great defense. They're either going to get a left tackle, or they're going to get a Brock Bowers, or they're going to get a good wide receiver. They have the 10th pick. They have a high pick. Aaron Rodgers, I know it's kind of a question mark. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to come back and be all right. They got Breece Hall. I'm just saying on paper. And right now, Josh Allen is better than Aaron Rodgers. I'm with you. But just the defense is better than the Bills, and their skill position players are just worlds better. I mean, there's not a skill position player on the Bills that's better one-on-one than the Jets. There's just not, outside of quarterback. But wide receiver, the Jets. And they added Mike Williams. Running back, James Cook is good.
I'll take Kincaid.
That's fair. That's fair. But I mean, let's see. That's what's his face? It's oh my God, I can't even think of it off the top of my head.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Uzama.
CJ Uzama. Yeah, mid. But you got Mike Williams, big if. But if he stays healthy, you got Garrett Wilson. You go draft Rome Odunze or Malik Neighbors falls or something like that. I mean,
I think the Bills are using this second round pick to go get somebody. That's my.
I'm curious to see. I don't know. I don't know because they need somebody on a rookie contract. They do. Their cap is screwed up.
Who's available? You think? Who could be a potential target
in the draft or in the
just in general in the league? Who's a potential target? T. Higgins. He's out, right? He wants a new contract.
Yeah, he wants a new contract. They can't pay him.
Who's a number 2? They have to get somebody. They didn't make this move to not get a wide receiver. They wouldn't do that.
I don't know if
it doesn't make any sense.
Unless they find a way to get Brandon Ayuk.
That could be it. Because it's added to the conference. Look, if they get Ayuk,
that'll change it. And Ayuk is a great receiver.
I don't think Ayuk by himself makes the difference, though.
He helps.
I think he helps, but I don't think he makes the world of a difference. Like, I think you do still take a step back with Ayuk over Diggs.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Just because, he's more familiar with Diggs than he is with Ayuk.
And Diggs is just a better receiver.
Yeah. Yes. Short term, yes. Long term, no.
I got you because of age. Because Diggs is 31.
Yeah, but Ayuk's trajectory, he's up.
I got
right you. He's been getting better and better every single season since he's entered the league.
Yeah.
And Diggs, he's been consistently at 100 catches the last 3 years. So
I mean, his down year was what, 1,100 yards?
Something like that.
A down year.
Yeah.
And look at the way people talk about Devontae Smith. And Devontae Smith, I mean, that'd be a good year for Devontae.
I mean, look, I think this trade for the Bills, I mean, it definitely takes them a step back.
They got good value though.
Absolutely.
It was definitely worth it to get a second.
But they had to get rid of the headache because after this year, I think Stefon Diggs could walk. And I don't think he's re-signing with Buffalo. So they got a second-round pick for somebody that was going to not be there anyway. Yeah, you get out of the year early, and that sucks because you actually want you want him there for next season.
Yeah.
But at the flip side is you got the value in return for the future. Now, what can we do with this draft pick to go get another wide receiver for Josh Allen? Because I think that's definitely in play. I think they're going to get 2 wide receivers. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills go wide receiver in this draft. I'll be honest with you.
Well, they also lost defense too. They lost Tre'Davious White.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's they got holes to fill, dude.
Sure.
They really do.
Yeah, I know.
It's Von Miller's another year older.
I think their GM was. I just think there's a lot of bad contracts.
It is. It's a lot of bad contracts.
Where are they spending their money? I don't even know why they should not be in cap hell. It's
mostly Josh Allen. I think he's similar to Dak, where it's just the quarterback's taking up that.
Well, Von Miller's contract didn't help.
His was huge. I know.
That contract to me,
that's one of the worst contracts in NFL history.
I was like, he was already old. He was already older on the other side of his career.
6 years, 140,
120, 130 million or something. I just couldn't believe it.
He got paid for his name,
and he has done nothing.
Well,
for that
he was okay for the Rams when they won the Super Bowl, but not for nothing. You had Aaron Donald.
That was his swan song, though. You got to know that.
How much attention did Aaron Donald command?
But you got to know that.
Yes.
Like as a GM, if you're a GM, you have to know that was his swan song. Like he was 30 years old. He's not a $130 million guy.
I will say this too, though. On the flip side of this, for the Texans, they're going for it. Good for them. That they turned that organization around in 1 year.
You have to. When you have a CJ Stroud on a rookie contract and you got good pieces around them, you have to go for it.
You have Nico Collins. You re-sign Dalton Schultz. You trade for Joe Mixon. You trade for
you get Tank Dell coming back.
Tank Dell's coming back. You trade for Stefon Diggs. You got that defense that did well. You got a good line. I said Nico.
Okay.
You got DeMeco Ryans. I mean, the offensive coordinator turned down a job. He's returning.
Yeah, they're loaded.
That's excellent for CJ Stroud because now he doesn't have to learn a new offense.
Yeah, they're loaded. They're going to be primed for a run next year.
And you know who else has got more pressure on him than Josh Allen? Because Josh Allen, whatever. Josh Allen's already cemented himself as an excellent quarterback. You know who has a ton of pressure on him? Because it's right in his division.
Trevor Lawrence.
I knew
you were going to say that.
He lost Calvin Ridley. You replaced him with Gabe Davis. But put up or shut up, dude.
He's in trouble, bro. Because I don't think anybody's beating the Texans here.
No. And I don't think Trevor Lawrence is him.
And I don't think this division is going to be relatively close. I think the Colts as a team are good. I don't believe in Anthony Richardson. I'm on the record.
I don't know much about him. I think he's going to get injured again.
I'm off of him.
He's reckless.
I don't trust him.
And they lost Gardner Minshew. Who's their backup? Is it Flacco?
I don't think he's a franchise quarterback.
I don't know. We saw him only for like 3 games. He got concussed. He broke his shoulder.
Yeah, but that's
he's
a bad
reckless.
sign.
That's what I'm saying. He's reckless.
I don't think he's a franchise. I think Houston is going to run this division for the next 5-10 years.
Do you think Houston has the best offense in the NFL?
Absolutely. Who's better than them? What I've seen in the playoffs, bro, they have absolutely obliterated the best defenses in the league. In the playoffs, they were doing that.
And now you're running it back the second year.
Obliterating the fucking Browns. They couldn't even stop them. Now they got Stefon Diggs. Oh, my God. And they got Tank Dell back.
Tank Dell on the slot, bro. Good luck.
What?
And Joe Maine.
And Joe Mixon. That's scary, bro. This
and
offense
CJ Stroud, dude.
And Schultz. I'm a big fan of Dalton Schultz.
Is good.
He can fucking play.
He started out rough in the beginning of the year too, and it was like
his hands are okay. Like he will drop some passes where you're like,
he has a tendency to be some Caesar.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he does.
All right, let's round it out with the Sixers before we get out of here. Embiid comes back last night against the Thunder. He said that the injury took a toll on him mentally. I was so happy that you got to see him last night at that game, man. That was awesome.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I was like,
the world responded.
I was devastated going because Shea wasn't playing, and Embiid was questionable. Maxey was out. Jalen Williams on the Thunder was out, and I was like, "Wow, these are the best fucking
good, bro."
Oh, I know the best players are out besides Chet." So I'm like, "Fuck!" But then Embiid announced he was playing. It was electric, bro. It was fire.
What do you think about the win last night?
It showed that we need Embiid like to win. Period. End of story. It showed that without Embiid, we have 0% chance of even getting into the playoffs. So Embiid to me, like, and look, the Thunder, they're a damn good basketball team. Thunder ain't no bullshit. I know they didn't have their best player last night.
You know what sucks for the Thunder?
We didn't have Maxey.
The Lakers are on a heater right now, and if they get the Lakers in round 1, that sucks. That really sucks
For the Thunder?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's a
matchup.
Yeah, bro. It's just a bad matchup. That's all it is. It's just a bad matchup because they don't have anybody that can deal with the Lakers' size.
Yeah, because they had trouble with Embiid last night,
and they can't. They're not built for that. And the Thunder are an excellent. Like they're an excellent team, and Holmgren will get better. I'm a big fan
He's
of Holmgren.
Good. Yo.
I really like him.
Shoot.
I really like Holmgren.
He's a good player.
It's just that's the worst possible matchup, and unless something happened to the Lakers with injuries, that's a 5 at max 6-game series.
Yeah, no, I mean,
and that sucks because the Thunder are a 50-win team. That'd be a tough way to go out for them. But
you think they would lose? 100%. You bet the Lakers?
100%, dude. That's 100%. 100%. They just can't do it. They smoked them this year.
It's tough, man, because they're a really good team.
The Lakers are doing well, though. I will say the Lakers are on a heater.
The Thunder playing well. The Thunder collapsed last night.
They didn't have their best players.
I mean, look, the Sixers they roared back, but the Thunder really.
Look, I'm just saying this. The Sixers, they can cause a lot of problems in the East. I guarantee you nobody wants to play them. That is the team most feared in the first round in the East is the Sixers.
Sure, because they're of our seed.
And the seeding, and that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Right.
And I would love to get the Bucks in the first round because that team is trash.
We would beat them.
That team is garbage, and your head coach is garbage. You fired Adrian Griffin, who was 30-13 through 43 games. They are 7-11 on the road. So under Doc Rivers, they're ass.
Transitions. And
Doc Rivers is talking about the equipment staff, the meal prep guys not being focused and not being seasoned on the road. It's like, bro, you're a fucking clown. I am so happy we don't have to deal with this. The Sixers finally have a real coach. They have a grown man. He takes no accountability. Doc Rivers has smeared his entire legacy over the past 5 years with the blown 3-1 leads in the playoffs. It's just clown behavior, dude. It's clown shit.
Yeah, I'm excited to play them.
You replaced a coach that was 30-13 and you got worse. That's embarrassing.
It is.
That's embarrassing with Dame, and you got Malik Beasley shooting damn near 50% from 3. You got Giannis. You got Middleton, who isn't the same self from 2020, but he could still play. You got Brook Lopez. You have a squad.
Lopez is good.
You have a squad, bro. There's no reason on earth that Giannis and Dame, Giannis, who's what, at worst, the 3rd best player in the NBA? Like, come on, man. You have enough.
We knew that wasn't going to work, though. I just feel like, I don't know. I think you're right about that. I think you might be onto something with that. I think we could definitely take out the Bucks.
We absolutely can, because who's fucking with Embiid
right now? Do we play the Bucks? I think we do, right?
No, they're the 3rd seed. They're the 2nd. They're jockeying with the Knicks.
The Knicks, they're tough.
They're in trouble, though.
They're tough.
They're in trouble.
Yeah, they are, but
because they lost Randall and
I don't see anybody beating the Celtics, though.
We could rock with them.
Who's a sleeper in the East?
The Sixers right now.
Outside of the Sixers?
Outside of the Sixers?
Pacers?
Maybe.
They tailed off a little bit.
Yeah, the Cavs.
They started off.
The Cavs, I feel like the Cavs aren't being talked about. They got some injuries, though. Garland's been playing his ass off.
Yeah, I like Garland.
The Heat, I don't know. Like, I feel like the Heat are always lingering there. But it's like, I don't know, man. I don't believe in the Heat like that this year.
Yeah, I feel like they're missing
something. Here's the thing. I've never been a big fan of Bam. I will tell you, though, I guarantee you the Heat, the Celtics don't want to see the Heat in round 1. It's just their kryptonite. They don't want to go in a hard-fought 6-7 game series with them. Eric Spoelstra will coach circles around Missoula.
I don't know, though, man, because I feel like the Celtics, they're built this year to take on anybody because they got Porzingis. I feel like they're able to just say, fuck it, dude.
That's a good point. He could be the difference maker.
They're honestly, bro, they're not worried about anybody in the East. The Celtics, the only thing they're worried about is not showing up.
Yeah.
Like, I think if they just show up, I think they're gonna go to the finals.
Yeah, look, there's
nobody, we can't beat them on their best.
Are you concerned about them, though, dropping those games that are Hawks kind of tailing and things like that?
Nah.
I think they're vulnerable.
Bro, they won like 60 games.
I know, but I think they're vulnerable.
Sure, everybody's vulnerable.
I get that,
but I think Warriors were vulnerable when they were 73 and whatever.
Well, that was just because you came across the
Still
greatest
vulnerable.
of all time.
Still vulnerable. Doesn't matter.
Fair point.
You know
But
what I mean?
I just feel like for me, dude, the Sixers are the team that can mess everything up. Because I think Embiid, now that he's back and he's getting his legs under him 3 weeks before the playoffs, because I think the playoffs start April 18th.
Yeah.
Is it the 18th?
I think that or the 14th.
Something like that. I think it's the 18th. Can you Google that real
I'm gonna
fast?
Google real quick.
I think it starts the 18th. And Embiid's got what? He's got 1, 2, 3. He's got 7 games, including last night, to get him his legs under him, get in shape, and get his rhythm back. I like our chances.
Yeah, I was scared. I thought he was going to come back a little bit later than the season.
This is perfect. This is perfect, dude. He's going to be ready.
So the season ends April 9th.
And they get a week in between, right?
Yeah. Now, where is the standings?
When does the
So I think it is the 14th. I think it might be the 14th, Mike.
April 20th? Oh, it starts on 4/20. Perfect. My favorite holiday.
Oh, fire! For real?
Yeah.
Is it April 20th? Where did you see that at? Oh, I do see it.
Google.
You're right. Here we go. All right.
NBA standing.
So April 20th. So that's in 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So 2.5 weeks, we'll have some Sixers postseason basketball.
Bro, the Lakers are 2 games out of the 5th seed. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
The Lakers are struggling right now, though.
What?
They're struggling against the Wizards.
What's the score?
They're up 6.
That's good for me. I got a parlay to win 3 dimes.
The Lakers. You love the Lakers, bro.
The
Did you put a future on them?
I am.
You are. That
Yeah.
means you didn't do it yet.
I'm doing it tonight.
Oh, you decided?
Yeah, I decided. They're plus 5,000 to win it all.
Really?
Yeah.
How much you putting?
Probably 2.
200?
Yeah.
What's the payout?
10 grand.
10 grand? I might have to join in with you, bro. You think you confident?
Yeah. When you got LeBron, you got a chance, bro. When you got LeBron, you got a chance. That's all I'm going to say. He's got one more in him. Pause.
Yeah?
He's got one more in him.
You think he could beat the Celtics, though?
Yeah. They're not experienced enough for him.
They were there last year.
Did you watch Mind the Game pod?
They were there, though.
Did you watch Mind the Game?
With
JJ and him?
Nah, I didn't watch it.
And he said, when the Warriors beat them, it was just on IQ. They're not ready. And we got AR. And D-Lo.
D-Lo. He actually has been. He's had a pretty solid year.
I know.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm proud of him.
He's actually had a. I'm proud of him. He's
All
had
right.
a solid year.
All right, guys. That concludes
Let's wrap
episode
it up.
197. We'll be back next Wednesday. Thank you to everybody that watched tonight. We don't have music.
Yeah, we don't have any music. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate all the love, support, and the comments. If you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on YouTube. We are also available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Megaphone, Stitcher,
and all that other shit.
Also follow us on all of our social platforms, as you do not want to miss our daily content on X, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And we will see you guys next week at P&I, baby. Peace. I gotta do it all ghetto. I gotta walk off the set.
You gotta go.
We are just.
I'm caps lock different. It's facts, not fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinach. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. Why y'all